everyone. My name is Shani Jones, and I am your resident certified sex coach. You are watching DOYOUKNKY, which stands for Do You Know the New Kinky You? I have put all of my contact information, all of the ways that you can reach me on this slide, so it's probably better for you to read it than to hear me say it over and over again. But I will say that if you like the videos, please subscribe, comment, follow, share, all of that stuff across all the social media and the YouTube channel. I do appreciate it. Also, I'm looking for content and feedback. And this is actually a new video segment that I am introducing. So hopefully there will be things that come up that you'll find interesting, and you'll contribute by posing your own questions. So we are talking about the KNKY Coaching Questions segment, and this is where questions that have been posed, I will address. And again, start again because I haven't said it before. But these questions are, people's personal issues. I don't get into, who provided the question or any details. And in a lot of ways, the questions are presented as with all of the information that I have already anyway, besides the person's contact information or the person's name and contact information and things like that. So this segment is not necessarily intended to provide a specific answer to the question, because every circumstance is different. So without knowing some background history or knowing, other complementing factors that might be contributing to the question being asked, you just never know. So as we go through these questions, just keep an open mind that if this is something that you can relate to, that anything that I provide as a response won't necessarily apply 100% to your situation, primarily because this isn't you. You didn't pose this particular question, and we haven't discussed any of the intricacies that could relate to you and your situation. But I'm going to channel my inner Dr. Ruth and try to provide some insights based off of the questions that are posed. Now, here is our question for today. And I would like to say, because this is our first time doing this, I wanted to do something that was, at least for me, fairly simple, fairly straightforward. And I'm sure that as we progress, the questions and situations will become a little bit more complicated, complex, diverse in the questioning. So let me go ahead and read it for you. I know you can read it for yourself, but if you're listening to it, you don't have to divert your eyes to read the question. So, do you find it okay for her to rub your penis when it's not erect? Case scenario. I've been with multiple girls, yet I still feel weird if a girl wants to touch my penis when it's soft. I feel insecure because I'm a grower, so it makes me uncomfortable they are touching it when it's soft and smaller. A lot of girls say they don't mind because it leads to it getting hard, which leads to sex. So my question is, it should be questions are, but my question is, should you care if girls do that? Should I feel insecure since it isn't as big when it's hard? And do girls mind like touching it when it's soft? Well, let me just say this to start. You're not special in that you're a grower. That is the main difference between being soft, flaccid, and being erect. So the male penis as an external organ is designed that when it's not aroused, sexually aroused, that it's soft. And it, in its soft state, the size of it ranges, right? So a soft penis could be from a couple of inches to 4 or 5 inches, which, visually can give you a good indication of the amount of growth that could potentially happen with the male's penis. But again, not necessarily, because there's a lot of skin that the penis has, so it kind of just grows. If you ever think about, and again, I don't know how old you are listening to this, but think of those little toys from back in the day where it was a little sponge and then you put it in water, and then when you put it in water, it got super, super big because that's essentially the same thing that happens. The male penis, when soft, is its natural state. When it's aroused, blood flows to the penis and the penis becomes engorged, which makes it erect. So you can grow from a few inches to a few more inches depending on how aroused you are. And the state of an erect penis is not the same. You can be semi-erect, which means you are semi-hard, but not fully aroused, which means there's still room for growth. All of that to say that soft penises are a natural state when not aroused. So most men and women should recognize that there's nothing to be insecure about when your penis is not erect. That being said, just like guys, and I'm not a guy, so I can't speak from personal experience, but I know a lot of men whose hand especially stays fixated on their penis regardless of the time of day or night. So their hands are there, they're usually grabbing, or like picture the Homer Simpson hand down your pants type of thing, and you're just manipulating it because it's like a toy. And women tend to treat it the same way. So when you are cuddled up or next to your partner, the penis can almost serve as a relaxation toy. You ever had one of those scrunchy balls where you can just squeeze it in your hand and just kind of relax? A stress ball is what I believe what they're called, a stress ball. The penis can kind of be the same way. So the same way guys enjoy kind of manipulating the penis, females intend to do the same thing. You just kind of play with it. And that a soft penis is the state to play with it, because when a penis is erect, you can't bend it and manipulate it the way that you would when it's soft. So you can take advantage of being able to play and manipulate the penis in its soft state rather than its erect state. But you're absolutely right. The more that you play with it, especially if you are sexually stimulated by the play. So I know men that can, just rub on their penises, and it's just a matter of just touching yourself. It's just absent-mindedly something that gets done. Whereas if you have sexual arousal from that touch, your penis will get hard, and ideally it will lead to sex if that's what you and your partner want. So let's get into the answering of the specific questions. Should you care? Should I care if girls do that? Should you care if girls do that? No, you shouldn't care. But if you do care, you have to ask yourself, why do you care? Let's skip to the third question. Do girls mind like touching it when it's soft? If a girl didn't like touching it when it was soft, she wouldn't do it. And I'm using girl because that's the sex, gender of the person, not the person who posed the question stated. So people who are touching your penis don't do it because they're being forced to do it. They do it because they want to do it, either because they want to try to trigger a sexual arousal response, or it's just fun and they want to play with it. So unless it's causing you some discomfort, don't hold on to that insecurity, because she's not judging you based off of the size of your soft penis, unless she explicitly says that what the hell is going on with your soft penis, and is this it type of thing. And in that case, find an amicable way to have the conversation with that person, to let them know that that's probably not the best way to talk to you about, their feelings on the subject, but definitely those insecurities shouldn't belong to you. So that answers the second question. Should I feel insecure about it when it's not hard? No, you shouldn't feel insecure. If you do, ask yourself why. And if you really have some concerns about it, maybe, because penis size in general is, a big issue for a lot of men. Am I big enough? Will she like it? All of those questions can kind of lead to some level of performance anxiety. So, not every penis is built the same, just like every vulva is not built the same. Every body is not built the same. So, don't worry about yours. If it's causing you some type of distress, impacting your ability to be intimate with your partner, then you can always work with me or work with someone like me who is a certified sex coach or a certified sex therapist to be able to help you navigate your feelings about that situation, navigate some techniques to perhaps help you have some tangible things to work with. Feel free to reach out to me. You always have my contact information, which I apparently can't go backwards on my video, but rewind and you'll be able to see it. So, my name is Shani Jones, and this is our first KNKY Coaches Questions. Again, if you have any, feel free to post them in the comments or send me an email, and I will do my best to include them into our newest series. Thank you so much. Please, again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and to follow, and to comment, and to share, and all of those great things that social media gods tell us to do. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you again very soon.